Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están todos? Hoy vamos a continuar nuestro aprendizaje de español. Las actividades que vamos a completar son las actividades 11, comparación cultural y a responder. Ustedes pueden encontrar esta información en la página 13, 14 y 15. Okay, how are you? How are you all doing today? We are going to continue our review of the Spanish level 1. Things that you already should know for Spanish 2. So we're going to review the verb gustar. Also, we're going to review some cultural aspects of the language, okay? So today's activities is activity 11, comparación cultural, and a responder. You can find this in pages 13, 14, and 15. So let's begin. Okay, so here, what is it that you have to do here in activity 11? In activity 11, you have to specify what you like, what type of food do you like. You ask somebody a question, and the other person answers if they like that or not. Okay, for example, this one, do you like pizza? Yes, I like pizza. No, I don't like pizza. I don't know anyone that doesn't like pizza, but there's people there, right? So in Spanish would be, ¿te gusta la pizza? Sí, me gusta la pizza. Or you could say, no me gusta la pizza. Número dos, ¿te gustan las bananas? ¿Te gustan las bananas? Sí, me gustan las bananas. O no me gustan las bananas. Number 2, tienes la hamburguesa, la soda, la carne, las frutas y el pescado. Okay, so you do one for each one of them. You go here in the questions and make sure that you write it down, or I believe is selecting it. You select it. It's a little bit, you look at the picture and then you record it right there and there, okay? It's a recording. Ok, vamos a la actividad, la próxima actividad que tienen que hacer el día de hoy. Vamos a hablar de la calle 8, ok? Esta es una actividad cultural. This is a cultural activity, okay? So, this is the question that I would like you to answer, okay? So you have a piece of paper right now. Please answer the following question. How do the neighborhoods in your city, how are your neighborhoods in your city? Okay, how are they? Do they have special events? One more time, write this down. Can you describe how are your neighborhoods in your city? Do they have special events? When I say city, it could be city of Palm Bay, city of Melbourne, city of New York, city of Washington, wherever you are located, okay, or wherever you are actually from. So the reason I ask you this is because we are going to talk about something that is cultural, related to a city. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this out loud, but I would like you guys to do while I'm reading this. I would like you to utilize and activate your language skills. What is that? Your cognates, okay? If you recognize a word that you don't know, then you're going to say that's a cognate, okay? You're going to work your way around those cognates, around those words that you recognize, okay? Comparación cultural. Comparación is comparison. That's a cognate. Cultural. Cultural. That's a cognate as well, because they both look like the word in English, right? And they have the same meaning. It's just different pronunciation. So, it says, el arte de la calle 8. ¿Cómo pueden participar los artistas en su comunidad? La comunidad de la pequeña Habana, Miami, es conocida por sus actividades culturales y artísticas en la calle 8, una calle famosa en el barrio de la pequeña Habana. Hay varios murales de colores vivos que representan diversos aspectos de la historia y cultura cubanas y latinas. Los muchos artistas que tienen galerías en la calle 8 también contribuyen al ambiente pintoresco de la zona. Al final de cada mes, los artistas de la calle 8 abren sus talleres al público para el Viernes Cultural. Durante el evento, otros artistas vienen para presentar y vender su arte. También hay comida, bailes y música en la calle. ¿Cómo son los barrios en tu ciudad? ¿Tienen eventos especiales? So let's look at the picture. First of all, what you want to do is look at the pictures, what is it that you see here? Do you recognize any of these artists? You have Selena, Carlos Gardez. You have Celia Cruz, Tito Puente. These are celebrities, right? And you also have a flag. What kind of flag is that? Yes, that's an Argentinian flag. You have other things going on here, like the American bandana, American flag in a bandana. So what I would like you to see is the mural. This is a mural in la calle 8 in Miami. It's a mural in la calle 8, which reflects a lot of Latin American influences, such as Cubans and other Latin American countries that have established themselves in that area. Okay, so let's look for cognates. El arte. Is arte a cognate? A word that's the same in English and Spanish? Similar, right? Arte. De la calle 8. Arte is a cognate. ¿Cómo pueden participar los artistas en su comunidad? Comunidad is another cognate, right? You can see it right there. La comunidad de la pequeña Habana, Miami, es conocida, es known, por sus actividades culturales y artísticas. Actividades, culturales y artísticas. En la calle 8, una calle famosa. En el barrio, what's barrio? Barrio is right here, neighborhood. Barrio, remember, double R. De la pequeña Habana. Remember the letter H in Spanish is silent, right? I'll tell you the story why and how the letter H lost its sound. Hay varios murales. Hay means there is or there are. Varios is another cognate. Murales, another cognate. De colores vivos. Colores is another cognate. Que representan, another one. Diversos aspectos. Diversos is another cognate. And aspectos is another cognate. De la historia y cultura. Historia y cultura. Cultura is also a cognate. So after realizing how many cognates, how many words that look familiar, if you look at these words around it and then you try to make sense of it, you will know exactly what it says. So tell me in your own words, after reading this, okay, what does it say? What does it mean? What is the main idea of this paragraph? What is it talking about? Okay. All right, during the class discussion, I would like you to tell me what is the main idea of this paragraph. And also to describe how are your neighborhoods in your city. Do they have any special events? Do they have any special events? Great. Okay. So, ¿cómo son los barrios en la ciudad? ¿Cómo tienen estos eventos en tu ciudad? Si es que los tienen. Now, let's think about it. Can you name 3 things that your friends like in Spanish? Okay. Mi amigo José le gusta el fútbol. A mi amigo Sebastián le gusta comer. A mi amiga Randa le gusta bailar. Le gusta. Les gusta cuando hablamos de 2. Le gusta cuando hablamos de una persona. Él o ella. Le gusta. Ahora hablemos del verbo Ir. El verbo ir especifica a dónde va. So let's talk about the verb ir, to go. Remember the verb ir is like a chameleon. It's a verb that changes all the time. Okay, especially in the present tense. When you say I go, you say yo voy. Tú vas is you go. Él va. Ella va. He or she goes. Nosotros vamos, we go. Ellos, ellas, ustedes van. Vamos a escuchar. Todas las mañanas, Carlos y su hermano Antonio van a la escuela. Todas las mañanas, Carlos y su hermano Antonio van a la escuela. Sus padres van a trabajar. Su madre va a la oficina y su padre va a la escuela. Notice how you use va, a. When you use the verb ir, there's always accompanied by the preposition a. Van a la escuela. Va a la escuela. Después de la escuela, Carlos va al gimnasio. Allí él va a la oficina. The preposition a in this case works as to. I go to the pool. Antonio va a la biblioteca. Antonio goes to the library. The verb ir is to go. And then the preposition a means to. Make sure that you remember that, okay? All right, so with this in mind, we are going to complete the next activities, okay? The next activities from the next pages. Okay, so after you have covered some of this audio, what I would like you to do is to first, as I instructed you before, click on the questions on the speaker right here, right? And then you're going to click on the questions. ¿A dónde van?
A responder. Escucha a dónde van las personas. Indica a la persona en las fotos que va a ese lugar. 1. Va a la biblioteca.
So what you have to do here is based on the pictures that you had before, you have to select who goes to each one of these places, okay? There's a Carlos and Sergio, Carlos and his brother and their parents. Who goes to this place? So la primera is va a la biblioteca. Who goes to the library? So based on the pictures that you had here, you select who goes to the library, right? Let's see, who goes to the library? I believe the person that goes to the library is either Carlos or Sergio, right? Or Antonio. Let's look. Antonio va a la biblioteca. Es muy estudioso. Here's Antonio, as you can see it. So you select Antonio. Antonio va a la biblioteca. Well, you do all of that, and that was for activity a responder. Make sure that you guys complete that activity, and that will be everything for today, okay? So make sure that you complete it, and I will see you guys in a little bit. But before I leave, just want to make sure that you have this form right here, which is very important, which is the verb ir. As you know, the verb ir is always followed by the preposition a. To talk about where somebody is going, you will say, you conjugate a form of ir, and then the preposition a. You say, yo voy a, tú vas a, él, ella, and usted va a, nosotros vamos a, vosotros vais a, ustedes van a, ellos van a, ellos and ellas van. So don't forget that the preposition a is very important. It's like they're married, okay? So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. and complete your activities. If you have any help, I'm here.